Hi, and welcome to Clearing the Chaos. And by chaos, I mean life in Dubai. In this video, we're going to discuss 5 considerations you need to keep in mind when thinking about your housing. Stay tuned. The first thing you need to consider are the arrival plans. So when you get here and you're fresh off the plane, where are you going? If it's accommodations, are the accommodations ready for you to move in? If not, have they provided or secured a hotel? If that's the case, who's going to pay for it and for how long? What's the budget? Those are some things that you need to think about when it comes to choosing whether you're going to get accommodations or whether you're going to get an allowance. Again, this is if your employer gives you the choice. Many times employers just tell you, you have this, and then you have to go with that. So if you are getting an allowance, you still need to ask the same questions. What's going to happen when you get here? What are you going to be provided? Because even if you get the allowance, you still need to have time to come and secure a place to live before school starts, hopefully. The second thing that you need to consider if you have a choice between the allowance and the accommodations is the frequency of the payment. How are they going to pay you and how often? So if you're going to get the payment in a lump sum, if you're going to get the payment quarterly, if you're going to get the payment monthly, this is some very vital information to have. Most people don't know, but in Dubai, we pay our rent up front. That means for the year, you go ahead and you make the payment. Now, most landlords or agents, they realize that most people don't have the money. So what they require you to do is write a series of checks. So you might see that 1 check is required, 2 checks, 4 checks is really the most that I have seen. Very few places allow you to pay monthly. You have to pay it all up front. So you need to know when you're going to have this money available to you, because when those checks come due, the money needs to be there. The third thing for you to consider when you have to decide between a housing allowance or housing accommodations, again, this is not for everybody. This is only for people who employers give you the option, is your understanding about the different areas. I have a friend who moved from Oman. She always knew she wanted to live in Abu Dhabi. Every opportunity she got, she was always in Abu Dhabi, like living her best life. So when she got offered a job in Abu Dhabi, she didn't need to worry about where she was going to stay, would she like the area, because she was very familiar with the layout of Abu Dhabi. Now, this is going to be the same thing when you move to Dubai. Are you familiar with the different neighborhoods? Are you familiar with where you want to live? Are you familiar with what types of flats or villas, what types of housing are available near your school? If you want to live near your school, or do you want to live like in a touristy area or near the water? These are all things that you need to consider and make sure that you have a good working knowledge of what you can expect before securing your housing. The fourth reason is your why. Why are you moving to Dubai? I will be interested to see your responses. Go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Most of us come over here for different reasons. Some of it is because we've had a major life change and we want to experience something new. Some of us just want to see what living in Dubai is really like for ourselves. Some of us, we just want to see the world, and Dubai is a great hub to be, so that way we can do that. Some of us have so many reasons. I could go on and on about the reasons why you might want to move here, but be clear on your why. If your why includes rebuilding your life after a major life change, then you might want to consider how much you would have to pay out of your pocket, especially if it's something like recovering after a divorce or financial hardship like bankruptcy. Do you really want to come here and spend a lot of money out of your pocket versus coming here and knowing that everything is taken care of and secure, and the only thing that you have to focus on really is getting accustomed to your school? The fifth thing that you need to consider when you're trying to decide between a housing allowance or housing accommodations, if your employer gives you that choice, is who is coming with you. Are you coming by yourselves? Are you coming with your family? Does your family include kids? You really want to make sure that it's not just you that's going to be comfortable, that it's your spouse or your children as well. So if you know that you are coming with others and you want to get settled as quickly as possible, then make sure that you keep this in mind when you are making a decision. Those are my 5 things that you should consider if you have a choice between a housing allowance and housing accommodations. And even if you don't have a choice, make sure that you know all of the ins and outs about where you will be laying your head, so when you get off that plane after that very long ride from America, you feel secure. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell so that way you'll get notified when I upload new videos. And don't be afraid to say hi. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. If there is a topic that you would like for me to discuss or that you have questions about, go ahead and drop those in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them as quickly as possible. I want to say thank you for clearing the chaos with me, and by chaos, we mean that life in Dubai.